Hello and welcome to the Balancing Act Phoenix Edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, delicious New Mexican food served in a unique environment, essential estate planning solutions, a nonprofit improving the quality of life for burn survivors, the importance of self-defense, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Looking for something fun to do? Here's something new to try.
Whether it's brunch, lunch, or dinner, going out to eat is a real treat. At Carlsbad Tavern, you get to relax, drink, and have fun with friends and family by the Guano Canal or Bat Cave.
We have a lot of solid staff crew that has been with us for 25 years, especially in the kitchen, which helps with the consistency of the food. And when you get to the front of the house, I want someone who can joke with the customers, can engage with the customers, and just have an enjoyable experience. That's our biggest drive.
With fun and unique decor, plus the delicious food and incredible service, a visit to Carlsbad Tavern is unforgettable.
Carlsbad Tavern is a play on words from Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. That's where we get the bat as our logo. We want everyone to have a unique experience. When you walk underneath the archway, you see our waterfall, our water canal, and we have a huge patio for the outside. And then once you go on the inside, our dining room is like a cave, and then our bar is like a cantina style. The biggest thing that allows us to be in business for close to 30 years would be the customers that come in. We're very fortunate to have guests come in for as long as they have, because now we're seeing kids that were children, now they're 30, that are still coming in. That goes back to the service that they receive from our staff members and the consistency of our food.
What's unique about this restaurant is the quality. It all starts in the back of the kitchen. Our chef, Ruben, he's been doing it for 29 years. Critics are very important, I think, as far as online or in person. You take that to heart. Just today, I had someone tell me that they're from California and they were born and raised in New Mexico. And they've been looking everywhere for good New Mexican food. And they said they finally found it. 29 years, as you know, in the restaurant business is very unique. And I think that's just a testament to how good our food is here. Ownership here, it's veteran owned. It's a very unique experience you won't find anywhere else in Scottsdale.
I have been coming to Carlsbad since my youngest was 3, so that would be 28 years. I think it's the place to hang out with good friends and have a great time. The staff, they know you by name, and they ask about you, ask about your family, your kids know them, and they like to have a good time while they're serving you. So it's just been years of fun. You can feel comfortable inviting a big group that has never been here for the first time, and know that you don't have to leave explaining, well, I guess they had an off night. You just feel very confident.
My biggest draw is my long connection to the guy that founded the place, Mike Capriola. He had a number of really terrific restaurants here in the Valley from the late 70s on, and they were really important and fun places in my life. And so when he opened this latest and what ended up being his last incarnation, it was like, well, of course, it's one of Mike's creations. We're going and we haven't stopped. The people that work here, the people that you meet here, the old friends that you see here that you've known for many, many years, it's just very, very comfortable.
Are you looking for more than just a dinner spot? Carlsbad Tavern can also host private parties, from bachelorette and bachelor parties to birthday parties too. It's the best place to make your event extra special.
One of the unique things about Carlsbad Tavern is that we serve food till 1:30 in the morning, 7 days a week. So that really helps with bachelorette parties or bachelor parties when they're flying in for Airbnbs. The patio at Carlsbad Tavern is our focal point. We can break it up into parties. Like if you want to reserve one side or the other side or both sides, we can definitely accommodate large parties or smaller parties as well.
It's nice working at a place that you can be proud to bring your friends and your family in. So whether you're vacationing and you're looking for a spot to stop in, come in and see us. Our food is fresh, our drinks are spectacular. Monday through Friday, come see me. I'll make you the best prickly pear margarita you ever had.
It's definitely interesting to see how the restaurant business has evolved over the 30 years and how it's going to continue, but I think we still have several more decades in us.
Ready for a different dining experience? Make your reservation online at carlsbadtavern.com or see the segment again at thebalancingact.com.
Up next, what to consider when you require legal services.
It's something we don't like to think about, but we have to. Estate planning is essential for safeguarding your assets, securing your family's future, and preserving your legacy. But currently, only around 20% of people actually take time to make a plan.
Estate planning is important for a variety of reasons, but more than anything else, it's control and certainty. That lack of knowledge or exposure to estate planning is the big reason why our probate courts are flooded with cases where you have incapacitated individuals or those who have passed and have not planned out to avoid the courts.
The probate process really starts all by what's called the appointment of the personal representative. You have to have court direction and court appointment in order to handle your own parents', children's, or your siblings' assets.
It's not time efficient. It's costly, that being attorney fees, court costs, other expenses. Instead of looking at probate as what to avoid, it's what can really be accomplished by estate planning in terms of getting the right people in place, accomplishing a client's goals, and ultimately making everything orderly.
Estate planning is for everyone. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how many assets you have, everyone has to deal with the end of life care, end of life planning. Not only does it help smooth over the process for your children and your heirs, but it also brings a peace of mind as well, knowing exactly what's going to happen at the end of the day.
Bruckner Spittler Scheltz is a law firm that provides comprehensive estate planning services for anyone who has assets they want to protect, from individuals to entire generations of families.
We cover estate planning administration, real estate and business matters, as well as all offshoots of transactional litigation, employment matters that come therein.
Our typical estate plan not only includes either a trust and a will or just a will, but they also come with your powers of attorney. That is the financial power of attorney that allows your spouse or another individual to manage your affairs in the event that you're legally incapacitated. All of your deeds to place your houses and your real property into the trust, to making sure that all of your businesses avoid that probate as well, getting the assignments over to your trust, making sure that all of the overall assets avoid that probate process and are tied to that estate plan that we engage with you.
Estate planning documents are living, breathing documents. Your assets are going to change, laws are going to change. You need to have someone keeping an eye out for you on those changes, either informing you when they're coming or setting a routine review period to make sure that everything stays up to date. One of the more underrated set of documents that clients don't realize is so critically important are powers of attorney. Without having those powers of attorney in place, there is no automatic decision-making authority for any other person on your behalf. Many hearings, ongoing reporting to the court, those powers of attorney can eliminate that lengthy and expensive process as well as the ongoing reporting.
If you're not thinking about estate planning, you should be. The dedicated team of experienced attorneys can create a customized, strategic plan for you and your family.
The value in utilizing an estate planning attorney is customization and making sure that not only is the document accurate in terms of spelling out your wishes, but also that your intentions in using it make sense.
You sit down with us, free consultation, and that's our entire job, is getting an idea of what assets you have, your goals, your family, your dynamics, your inner workings of your family, see what your options are, because there are numerous options, and really tailor an estate plan for you.
You can pay a lot of money for a really nice trust, but you're missing the big value if you don't stay on top of the terms and, importantly, stay on top of the funding. If we don't stay on top of assets tying into the trust, we still end up with the probate court process. Well-rounded plan should make sure not only that the trust is set up correctly, but the assets are funded or the clients have direction on how to do that. Then we stay on top of it over time.
Situations change and needs change, but one thing stays the same. If you don't plan for the future, it will affect you, your assets, your family, and so much more.
Most of my clients come from existing clients. Reason being, the process is efficient, the instructions are clear. Not only do they have tailor-made documents, but they also understand how to use them in the practical application of those documents. And that's why our clients continually refer us, and we've been able to build out our practice from within.
For more information on estate planning with Bruckner Spittler Scheltz PLC, visit their website, bss.law, or you can see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
There's so much incredible work done by nonprofit organizations right on our doorstep. Let's take a look.
Do you know that almost 90% of burn injuries are considered preventable? Education and prevention can help to keep you and your family safe. Let's learn how one local organization is bringing positive and proactive change that saves lives.
Arizona Burn Foundation's mission is to improve the quality of life for burn survivors and their families while promoting burn prevention and advocacy. The biggest challenge that we find with burn survivors and their families is the unknown. What we want to work with them on is this understanding. This is going to be your next process, is going to be understanding what's normal for you is now this. We want to start working with the family at the moment of burn as close as we can to start getting them to see there is going to be life after burn. There is going to be an opportunity for you to be a quality family and have a quality of life.
For nearly 60 years, the Arizona Burn Foundation has been dedicated to providing essential support programs for burn survivors and their families.
2 doctors who were starting the burn center here in Maricopa County found they could actually help patients get through their injuries physically, but they noticed there's going to be a void when it comes to emotional support. So they in '67 decided they needed an outside the hospital foundation that would be there to support the families and the patients emotionally and physically as they move forward into life.
I fell in a fire when I was 6 months from turning 21. I was actually called a burn victim. So my 20s were pretty hard, kind of having that mentality and then not having the extra resources and community of other burn survivors. Now that I volunteered with the Burn Foundation so much, that mindset has shifted from a burn victim to a burn survivor. I had loving family and friends and support around me, but not really a community of other people that truly knew what I was going through. And now I do have that. Another way that I've gotten community and connection through the Arizona Burn Foundation is they have special camps. Some are for adults, some are for young adults, and I've done a couple of those, so I've gotten to build really good connection with other burn survivors. That has also helped me to shift the paradigm from being the burn victim to burn survivor, being able to help other ones as well, which in turn, again, just helps my own healing.
We support Arizona Burn Center in Maricopa County and the University of Arizona Banner in Tucson. So if you're in the hospital, in those 2 hospitals, you will be connected to the Arizona Burn Foundation. The continuum of care model that Arizona Burn Foundation has created in 2020 was really to identify how we can make that deepest impact and the most meaningful impact. So we look at it from 3 angles: crisis, recovery, and then thriving. When you're burned and you're in the hospital, that is the crisis moments. Then as you move into recovery, as the patient becomes more aware of their situation, we focus a little bit more attention on their emotional needs, but also then asking them what their next steps are going to be. And then as we go into thriving, it's once they discharge out of the hospital, now we're starting to talk to them about how do we get you back into your normal flow of life. Arizona Burn Foundation has a mantra of prevent, survive, thrive. So we've created a book called Milo and Moxie. It's a storybook to teach kids about what to be aware of in your house, what to do if you hear a smoke alarm go off, how to create an exit plan from your house. We worked with the fire departments to create now a smoke alarm program that has installed over 30,000 smoke alarms in the state of Arizona, free of charge to the residents.
We see a lot of fires that happen around the kitchen and with cooking. Those tend to start fires, and they also cause a significant amount of burn injuries. It's really important to partner with foundations like the Arizona Burn Foundation to do smoke detector walks and promote safety, because these are all preventable injuries.
Specific communities, especially the differently abled and hard of hearing, also benefit greatly from the services offered.
We had a person in our community that actually passed away in a fire, and unfortunately is because we found she was deaf. That had the Arizona Burn Foundation looking at our process, and we found a system that includes a Bluetooth smoke alarm connected to a strobe light, so the lights will flash first, and that strobe light then is connected to a bed shaker, which actually shakes the bed if the resident is asleep.
In the past, there was no smoke alarm system, and I would have to rely on my hearing child. Now, with the equipment from the Arizona Burn Foundation, the special fire alarm system alerts me in case of a fire. I sleep very peacefully knowing that my family is safe.
Burn and fire safety starts with prevention and education. To learn more about the Arizona Burn Foundation, visit azburn.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Up next, another story not to be missed.
We rarely think about self-defense until it's too late. Protecting yourself and your family is so important, and that's why it's vital to be well educated on firearm safety and self-defense.
There's a lot to self-defense beyond just firearms themselves. The mindset of being aware, being alert, what's happening around you is really critical. There's a number of tools. There's mental tools, there's physical tools. You have firearms, you have pepper sprays, also tasers. And tasers, when it comes to a less than lethal option, has really become much more popular in the last few years in the civilian market.
C2 Tactical is more than just a shooting range. It's a state-of-the-art training facility that is designed to empower and educate the public.
Really excited about being able to help people. And that's really what it comes down to at C2 Tactical. How can we help people? Training is really important. You know, if you look at anything we do in life, you need to have some practice. C2 Tactical is a great place to start, and we are welcoming to everyone at all levels. So when it comes to the beginnings of training, having a sit down with an instructor and talking about your personal situation, and then being able to take some classes, whether that's self-defense training, firearms training, or use of the computer simulation training to be able to put you into mental situations and realize, wow, I didn't anticipate that situation happening, and it unfolded this way. And some of our computer simulator systems are the same ones that are used by local law enforcement, both in the Phoenix area and throughout the United States. USCCA is a great organization. We started partnering with them about 6 years ago, and one of the things we really enjoyed was their ability to help an average individual and understanding the laws of concealed carry. Their membership services are really amazing, very interactive, and they allow people to be able to think a little bit ahead. What happens if a situation occurs? What should they say? How should they engage? How should they talk about it? People need to be prepared and understand what those risks are and what they need to do to help mitigate them.
C2 Tactical it's an amazing range. We have a great facility here. We have amazing instructors, and the people that work here are very into learning, training, which I think is really important for any shooter of any level, especially women, to become confident, train as much as you possibly can, and practice, practice, practice.
C2 Tactical is amazing. They offer tons of classes, situational awareness, disaster preparedness, stop the bleed, and it's just a great tool to have on your belt for when you do come into a situation like that.
I've been a C2 member for over 3 years now. I started taking classes to learn how to shoot. Everybody should know how to defend themselves if the unthinkable happens. So yeah, I definitely have way more confidence knowing that I could protect myself and I could protect my family if I needed to.
As a female and family-friendly shooting range, they've created personalized experiences for every customer. Their Women of Steel is a ladies-only club aimed at educating and supporting women in self-defense.
Women of Steel is a once-a-month club here that C2 Tactical runs. What I love about it is that it's a place that women come repeated. They come every month, they learn, we do a lot of progression learning, so we start with one thing, we go through the basics, we build the foundation for them. It's a great community of ladies, it's a great place for women to learn, and it's just a lot of fun.
Women of Steel, you do an hour in the classroom and an hour in the range, and I would say really it was the range portion that made me earn for more. Doing the one-on-one classes with some of the instructors, just private lessons, really helps to come full circle.
If you had told me 5 years ago that I would be a member of a women's shooting club and I would own my own gun, I would have thought you were crazy. That was like an amazing moment for me in my life with my confidence.
When it comes to self-defense, it's more than just owning a firearm.
There's a number of different things that can go into self-defense and self-defense classes, and depending on where a student's at, we can help cater a program that helps them get to what their goals are. If self-defense is, hey, I would like to learn about less than lethal or hand-to-hand options, we have that. People can step into our classroom and we're going to talk about mindset, we're going to talk about awareness, proximity to other people, engaging people at a distance, whether that's verbally saying, hey, what do you need? Stop, back up. And then it's about engagement, and then it's about tactics. Is it a tool, a baton? Is it a defensive taser weapon? Is it a strike light? There's a number of different options for people to consider when it comes to self-defense and what can be incorporated into an educational element.
To learn more about what C2 Tactical has to offer, visit their website, c2tactical.com, or see the segment again at thebalancingact.com.
Every child deserves the best education possible. Watch this.
The younger generation plays a key role in shaping society's future. James Madison Preparatory School is proud to challenge Arizona's students with a robust traditional education emphasizing America's history and system of government.
I truly believe, because of who we are and the community that we have, the students literally get to learn how to problem solve. They learn how to communicate. The confidence that they build just within themselves and the abilities that they have to do well in classes, they're prepared. The parents in Arizona have got a choice of where they would like to send their students. So they can go and tour schools, they can research schools, and they find the best place for their child.
James Madison Preparatory School is built on 3 pillars. Our first pillar is that of a rigorous traditional education, but we also believe that it's very important for students to be involved in extracurriculars, so that is our second pillar. Our third pillar is that of character education. Our school's philosophy is built on 10 virtues that embody what we believe that students need in order to have happy and successful lives. At James Madison Preparatory School, we look at the state standards as just simply our starting position. We want our students to not just know the material, but to truly understand the material and also to love the material, to love learning and to love the process of learning.
Personal attention and a variety of rigorous traditional courses foster a learning environment where students are free to learn, encouraged to think, and expected to excel.
We have a rich variety of extracurriculars. We have a number of fine arts extracurriculars. We have a number of athletic extracurriculars, but we also have academically based extracurriculars, things like chess, academic decathlon, and Odyssey of the Mind. And we feel that these elements of the education are just as important for future success and happiness as what they're learning inside of the classroom.
The decisions made about their education today have long-term and far-reaching impacts.
I love this school. Every teacher at the school knows every single student. The teachers are understanding, they're willing to work with you and help you to see you succeed. I think it's because they truly care.
I'll tell anybody that their kids should come here. I do. They get the hands-on learning, they're not teaching to a test, and they're actually learning the information. The expectations are high and kids can meet those high expectations.
James Madison Preparatory School students take a very active role in student government and campus extracurriculars.
The student government here, I like to think of it as live action civics laboratory. They learn about the United States government in our American government class, and then the student government here is a smaller version of the U.S. government. Great thing about this school is that every extracurricular here started off as a bill written by the students. And they debated it, they passed it, they learned how a bill became a law, now they have to do it.
I often talk to my coworkers about their high school experience and they say they would never do it again. I would do it 100 times over. I can sit here right now and say that the reason I even went to college was because Mrs. Schaefer sat me down and said, you can do it. I still remember sitting down and talking to her about it, and it sparked something in me. You know, it wasn't just a teacher, it wasn't just an adult saying that to me, it was a friend saying that she believed in me. That's the kind of personal attention you get here.
The education that our kids got here, the opportunities that they were afforded as they went through from day one to participate in sports of any kind that they wanted, to excel and be good kids. There's high expectations at this school, and we try to have those in our home as well, and that reinforced the things that we're teaching at home here at school. I would highly recommend this organization to anybody that's considering where to send their kids for school.
One of the other fascinating parts that this school has to offer is the student government piece, where they run their own government. And it's humbling to me to hear how these students come together and they help their peers learn from each other. They invest in each other's success, and yet they hold each other accountable when it's time to do that. There is a lot of fun that happens, but there's also learned responsibility.
If you're wanting a place where your child can grow and develop and find who they are and have confidence to survive in the real world and knowledge to survive in the real world and be successful, come check us out.
To learn more about James Madison Preparatory School, visit madisonprep.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks for joining us on The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.